Well, Sandra here, Muck and Magic. So exciting news for me today is that the dollar store has their seeds. In Canada, our dollar store is Dollarama and they have their seeds. So I'm gonna do a Dollarama garden. I spent $10 and I got all this. I got this guy and bag of dirt. Pots I already have and I reuse them, so that's not included in my $10. So I wanted to do a little experiment and see if I put in $10, how much do I get out? I'm planning to do a square foot garden in a 6x3 bed, so we'll see what I get. With the way groceries and inflation are going these days, I feel as long as I can grow one plant, just one plant, I'm coming out on top. So let me show you what I got and we'll do a little seed haul. Okay, starting with the flowers. I got 2 packs of large seeded tall sunflowers. It says measuring 30 centimeters across on husky stalks, very easy and satisfying to grow. So sunflowers are really fun for kids. I'm planning to do a sunflower alley where planting sunflowers sort of down a path and the kids can go in and they'll feel like they're in an enclosed spot. So I'm really excited for these to grow with my kids. It says 12 feet tall. 12 feet tall, that's pretty tall. Okay. Nasturtiums. Nasturtiums are delicious. My kids love eating these. You can eat the flowers, you can eat the leaves, you can eat the seeds. I have made pesto with nasturtium. You can make a pesto with 50% nasturtium, 50% basil. It's a little spicy, maybe like a radish, but it's delicious. My kids love eating it just for the novelty of eating flowers. They find it so fun. Next one, cosmos. Cosmos, I will always have place for cosmos in my garden. These plants self-seed easily. So once you plant them in your garden, you will always have cosmos in your garden. But I always like to buy a pack and I direct sow them in the soil. And I always get a lot of flowers. It's beautiful. The bees love it, the butterflies love it. My kids love it. So cosmos is always something I will put in my garden. So easy to grow, they seem to thrive on neglect. That's right up my alley. Daisy-like blossoms on crimson, rose, pink, and white are enhanced by yellow centers, held high on graceful fern-like foliage. That's great. Okay, next the vegetables. Here I have cucumber. It's called improved long green. Let's see this, what they have to say. Great for slicing, white spined, length, plant outside after all danger of frost is past. And this one is 50 to 70 days. I think that's pretty early. I'm in a cold climate, so that's always appreciated. Cucumbers is something I have struggled to grow. So hopefully these ones will give me some good luck. Next one, cucumber, national pickling. Cucumber, a little cucumber. I haven't pickled any cucumbers. I imagine you can also eat these fresh. A proven variety that produces abundant, high quality fruits. Resistant to mosaic and scab. These ones 55 days. It's pretty fast. Tiny Tim tomatoes. I've got 2 packs. because I really like them. Tiny Tim tomatoes. This is a determinant variety, meaning that it's gonna stay small in its pot. It's the flavor is not so good, but I love that I can put it in containers, and it's really, really cute. Extremely early scarlet red miniature cherry tomato. Deep, well-drained soil is best. Perfect for decorating salads or vegetable trays. So this is 45 days to 55 days. So within a month and a half, you could be having tomatoes. That is really fast. Cherry bell radish, I also got 2. The reason I got 2 is because I like to sow these every 2 weeks and have a constant supply of radish. Very popular, quick growing variety. Round, bright red fruit resembling a cherry. Crisp, white, solid flesh. Make several plantings 10 days apart until the weather becomes warm. They grow better in cold temperature, so spring and fall. Cherries, cherry bell radishes, my kids love. If I were to buy radishes from the grocery store, they wouldn't eat them. But if they pull it out of the ground, covered in dirt, they're gonna eat radishes. So this is my main motivation for gardening, and I also prefer garden fresh produce. Next one, beet. Detroit dark red. Beets. Perfect all-purpose variety. Dark red round roots that are sweet, tender, and fine grained throughout. Tops are great for salad too. Yes, beets. Dual-purpose vegetable. You can eat the roots and the greens. I have not eaten the greens so far, but that's something I want to work on, is using the whole plant. You know, as groceries get more and more expensive, I don't want to be wasteful with the garden, so using the beet tops would be really great to have some more greens. Maybe I can, I don't know, different ways you could use it. Maybe put it in a smoothie. If you can dehydrate it into a green powder that you can, you know, sprinkle into different dishes. I don't know. Not the most appealing vegetable, but definitely something worth looking into. Onion, annual bunching. Green onion, most popular strain for bunching. Early, long, white shanks with mild and sweet green stalks. Green onion is great because it's a pick and come again. So what I like to do with green onion is I'll pick what I need, and then you can keep the whole plant going the whole summer and into the spring, fall, I mean. So, great plant for the whole season. Lettuce, iceberg lettuce. So usually with lettuce, I pick the baby greens. So this will be a challenge for me to grow a full head of lettuce. Let's see if I can do that. Swiss chard, Ford hook giant. Swiss chard, oh, this is a garden favorite. The perfect green to grow even in hot weather. Broad, dark green leaves have delicate spinach flavor. Stems are broad, thick, and white in color. Leaves can be picked at any time or cut leaf stalks. So Swiss chard is an unexpected favorite of mine. The reason it's a favorite is it's a green that will grow all summer. And this was kind of a new discovery for me, that actually greens don't grow all summer. Greens usually prefer cold weather, so either in the spring or the fall. But Swiss chard is fine in the heat of June, July, August. It's also a pick and come again. So I like to harvest the outer leaves, and then it'll just keep growing. So it's a plant that, you know, if you have 3 Swiss chard in your garden, you're eating greens all summer, and wonderful, wonderful plant. Pumpkin. Isn't that cute? The perfect Halloween pumpkin, excellent for carving. Bright orange skin is smooth and firm. Average 10-pound fruit, fine grained for excellent pies. Pumpkin is something I have struggled to grow. I don't know, maybe it needs more fertilizer, more rich soil. Maybe it needs to grow up a vine not on the ground. I don't know. If I were to get 1 or 2 pumpkins for Halloween, for me that would be a success. Carrots. Carrot red, Danvers. Excellent quality tender carrot, which is a favorite for processing. Carrots, I thought I would not be able to grow in my soil. I have very thick clay compact soil, which I'm working on by adding more organic material. But last year, so I bought a pack of these. Seeds cost, each pack of seed costs 42 cents, so you can't go wrong. I just gave a pack of seeds to my kids, they sprinkled them around, and then they were pulling out full carrots. It was really exciting. And for kids, root vegetables are great. It's almost like buried treasure. So carrots, beets, radish, turnips, potatoes. When they pull out the plant, it's very exciting. Carrots, scarlet meats. Here you go, scarlet meats. Most popular and dependable home garden variety. Roots are sweet and tender, yet incredibly crisp. These say 68 days. The Nate's carrots are good for my compact soil because they're a little shorter. They don't need to push as far down in the ground. I had a lot of success with these last year. Peas, Little Marvel. Little Marvel could quite possibly be the sweetest of all early peas. Compact plants provide an abundance of 8 to 10 centimeter pods with 6 to 7 delicious pea pods per pod. We like eating these fresh, just out of the garden. It's something the kids like picking and snacking on in the garden. Beans, green beans. Early maturing and very productive. Also ideal for freezing or canning. Try smaller successive sowings 1 or 2 weeks apart to extend the harvest season. So they're saying 50 to 55 days. That's pretty good. Beans are also, we're just snacking on them. I would love to grow enough beans to can or preserve, but right now, with the space that I have, it's really just for snacking. Cauliflower, early snowball. Snow white, very uniform heads which remain white even during poor weather. Cool weather crop that likes rich, well-drained soil with steady moisture. So this thing, 50 days, that's really good. For me, I'm in a zone 5, Canada, so we have a very shortish growing season. These types of brassicas, cauliflower, broccoli, I have not had much success with, so I would love to get something. I think the leaves are also edible, so if anything, I could eat the leaves. So that's going to be exciting. We'll see how it goes. Broccoli Imperial Hybrid. This superior heat-loving broccoli produces tight dome-shaped heads with attractive small dark green beds. I think they mean heads. Sorry, beds, heads. 66 days. So that's a little longer, a little bit more time for the bugs to get them, but we'll give it a try. Now my herbs. Dill. Very easy to grow. A must for all herb gardens. Tall plants are topped with clusters of tiny yellow flowers. The fern-like leaves are very small, but should be gathered for freezing and drying. That's exciting. I'd like to get more into saving my herbs for overwinter, drying them. You can also put them in little ice cube trays with a little bit of olive oil that you can just like dump in your pan for cooking. I'd really like to get into more preserving and making my garden last the whole year, not just the summer. Parsley, moss curled. Dense, fine foliage, closely curled, very dark green. Excellent for flavoring soup, salads, stews, or as a garnish, and very good for freezing. Parsley is great because if you buy it at the store, it's very expensive. You're looking at maybe $4 for just a little bunch of parsley. When you have it in the garden, you have a constant free supply, and so many recipes will just say, you know, add a little bit of parsley. You don't want to be running out to the store just for a little bit of parsley. If it's right next to your back door, much more convenient. Basil sweet. Basil's pungent leaves are delicious in tomato, cheese, egg, and fish dishes. Basil, I love basil. For me, basil is the smell of summer. I was in the grocery store the other day and they were watering the basil plants, and I almost cried. It just really brought me back to the summer, and I can't wait to get back into basil plants. I do struggle with mildew in my area, so I don't know if it would be a good idea to plant these in a succession. So I always have fresh plants. Might try that for the basil. I just finished my basil from the summer. It's February now. I had made pesto and put it in the freezer, and we just finished that pesto. So it was really fun to tell my kids that this is from the summer, you guys picked this, and they got a kick out of that too. So last thing I bought, this one was a bit of a splurge. Strawberries. I think this was $3.50, so yeah, a bit of a splurge, but I thought it's so cute. What variety is this? Oops, it's spilling. It says Regina. Regina strawberries. Maybe for cold climates, I'm hoping. And a bag of dirt. I think the dirt costs $1 at the dollar store. The pots I reuse. So this is my $10 garden. If I show you all together what $10 can get you. This. So I think I'm gonna come out ahead. I do have raised beds, which I filled previously. Otherwise, I just plant in garden beds that I've cleared, but it's just in the natural native soil. Compost is very easy and cheap to make yourself, so I'm aiming to garden on the free and cheap here and see how much produce I can get for my $10 investment.
Maybe we need some more water.
No.
We need some more water so we make it shorter. And we have to flip it around. Put some seeds in here.